So today we'll be doing a bit of unboxing, something quite awesome, new to South Africa. That's the Benjamin Kratos. So these rifles are part of 3 that were basically released this year at the 2020 SHOT Show. And yeah, we'll be taking a closer look at it. We'll be doing some shooting as well as speed test or accuracy as well as velocity test on them. Something quite different compared to the older Benjamin Marauders and the Fortitude. So really looking forward to taking a closer look at this one. But yeah, before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be unpacking the rifle and checking and obviously having a look and see what comes in the package. Taking a closer look of what the makeup of the rifle is, as well as a little bit later taking a couple of shots on paper. Alright guys, as you can see, Benjamin airguns. So yeah, let's get into it. Nicely packaged in pretty much the normal cardboard box, and as you can see over here, just a bit of details of what comes inside. It's a Benjamin Kratos precharged pneumatic air rifle, and there's a bit of a description of what the foot per second, lever winder, and then weight or lever action weight, and this is the 5.5 caliber. The Benjamin Kratos or the new Benjamin rifles has a 5-year factory warranty. So as you can see that on the box as well. Taking a look on the inside, you get your standard product manual. That's that over here, popping that to the side, and as another layer of foam. And then yep, on the inside you get the rifle nicely tucked away in this nice cutout form. In most cases that's not going to go anywhere. The nice thing about the Benjamin, the new ones, the Kratos, comes with 2 magazines, and that's for all the new Benjamin, the 3 released rifles. 2 magazines with the gun itself, and this is a 12-round magazine and quite nicely marked out for us, showing the amount of pellets inside. You get a bit of a toolkit, and in the toolkit you get a Picatinny rail, which would obviously I'll show you where that goes, as well as basically a faster fitting. And the main reason for that is if most cases some filling stations doesn't have these faster fittings, they allow that, or they give that with it. A lot of rifles don't come with spare Allen keys, and the nice thing about the Benjamin, it has generally everything that they pack with it. Yeah, there's a nut laying loose here, and that nut is to tie your Picatinny rail, and 1 or 2 Allen keys, but O-rings as well in there. Yeah, that's your Allen key set. And the cool thing about this box, I think, if you're going to be storing your rifle in here, you can obviously pop a ton of pellets. It's a bit of a foam piece that pops out, nicely cut out for, I think, a decent 500 JSB pellets that will basically pop in there. And if at all, if you're going to be, if you have a silencer, there's a nice cutout foam for a silencer. So the cool thing about the packaging is that you can basically transport this into a nice cardboard box, and you have everything cut out already, or yeah, you can basically store it in the box itself. So let's get into the makeup of the rifle and take a closer look of what it's made up of. The rifle itself, fully built up with Turkish walnut stock, and pretty much has some nice checkering on the grip itself and alongside the rifle, which is a nice finish off to it in so many words. The cool thing about it, and what I like about this, it has the Benjamin logo nicely embossed at the bottom of the rifle itself. And then yeah, let's take a look from the back of the gun. Starting from the basic bottom block, you've We've got sling adapters that already comes fixed prior to purchasing. Already comes fixed with the rifle. You have one in the back and one up in front, and the stock itself has adjustable cheek rest. You get 2 Allen key or 2 screws that you can screw out there, and this would obviously move back and forth, up and down, and then generally for a little bit more of comfortability when shooting. A nice rubber back grip or back stock itself, nice feeling to that as well. But yeah, let's go up further on, and your trigger itself, quite interesting. Unfortunately, on this model itself, or majority of it, they're not adjustable. But you can twist or change your cant of your trigger setting, and that's about all that you can do on the rifle itself. It has a decent trigger pull. Just in front of the trigger, you have your safety. It's a nice small and responsive safety setting, and then moving up to the top, that's your lever action. And majority of the rifles that I prefer or like itself, lever action sets apart from itself. Quite nice, nice smooth action on the cocking of the rifle itself. To the top of the rifle, we've got the Picatinny rails, and that generally just makes it a lot more easier to load or basically to fit a scope on there. Quite a nice thing that they've obviously done with this model or the Benjamin models itself. And then just in front of your lever, we've got the transfer port knob, and that you can actually adjust your velocity with by allowing less air or more air into your every time that you actually shoot. And the cool thing about it, on the opposite end, you actually see where your gauge is. So that would give you your actual reading on when you look at and basically see what it's sitting at on the other side. Alright, then generally going forward to the gun, or basically to the front of the rifle. But before we do that, your filling port. So that's where your Foster fitting comes from. It comes in the package. Quite nicely, easy Foster fitting, and yeah, managed to fill this up to 3000 psi. On average, that's about 200, just over 200 bar, and that's what the maximum tank pressure would take. A little bit further to the front, I've got another brass grommet or a brass screw, and this is where your Picatinny rail would go into. And yeah, you basically just screw that in to fit the bipod, or if you want to do anything or fit something a little bit easier, and that would obviously go onto there. The nice thing about this model is that it has your shrouded barrel, and the shrouded barrel itself has technically basically a built-in silencer. The front tip can be removed to add in an additional silencer, but as it is, it's nice and quiet. We're going to be testing this one out and seeing what it does on a bit of 20 meters and check what groupings I can get. So yeah, let's get set up. I'm going to be putting a scope and a bipod on here, and let's check how it looks. Alright guys, so when we got it set up with a bit of a scope and bipod, and yeah, we're going to be doing a quick velocity check. I've got JSB 15 grain in the magazine, and yeah, let's check what the velocity reading is. It's set on high at the moment. That was 963, 972, 979. Quite consistent in that range. Alright guys, so yeah, let's check what it does on paper. I've got 20 meters up in front of me, and yeah, let's take what a 5 grouping shot looks like. it's pretty impressive. Well, perfect conditions today, nice and sunny, pretty much no wind. So yeah, you can take a closer look at that reading. Right guys, so that's us unpacking the Benjamin Kratos. Overall, pretty decent rifle. Obviously with the shrouded barrel, quite nice and quiet. No real need to put the extra silencer on, but yeah, it will quiet it down quite a bit. Velocity reached with a 15 grain pellet was around about 970 foot per second. Pretty impressive. And then yeah, accuracy over 25 meters, quite a nice tight grouping. Overall, pretty decent rifle. A lot of fun to have with this, especially with the side cocking lever. So yep, a way to get it. You can obviously get this at any B&T store near you. We've got 12 of those. And then alternatively, if you really want to, you can shop online at bntonline.co.za. And don't forget to sign up to our Team Elite program. See you on the next one.